Good morning, everyone. Welcome you back. This class is for the students of class 12, and today we are going to start a new chapter, that is continuity and differentiability. Today we will discuss about continuity. So what do you mean by continuity? Look, okay, let us first draw two graph. Consider two graph. First y equal to suppose x square, or y equal to suppose x, and another graph y equal to box x. So if you draw the graph, this one, so y equal to x will be a line which will passes through the origin like this, y equal to x. This is the x axis, this is the origin, this is the negative direction of x axis, this is y axis, and this is the negative direction of y axis. And if you draw this graph, now look, what is actually box x? We know box x equal to 0 if 0 less equal to x less 1. Value of boxes is 1 if 1 less equal to x less than 2, equal to 2 when 2 less equal to x less than 3, and so on, so on, so on. So if we draw the graph, so let this is a y axis and this is the x axis, x o x dot, y o y dash. Now between the, let this is 0 1 2 3, and this is minus 1 minus 2, 1 2 3 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3. So if x 0 less equal to x less than 1 means 0 less equal to x less than 1, then the value of the function equal to value of the function is 0, means this. Now from 1 to 2 means value of the x is lying between 1 and 2, so value of the function will be 1. For 2 to 3, the value of the function is 3. Okay, so we know this called a stair function or step function. Now in these two graph, if we talk about the first one, to draw the graph we don't need to just remove the pen, just in one stroke we can draw the graph. But in this function we have to move our pen several times, from here to here, then we have to move the pen from here to here, then we have to again move the pen from here to here. So in this case we can draw the graph by one stroke, means without removing the pen, and here we have to remove the pen several times. So if we can draw a graph in one stroke, means without removing the pen, if we draw the graph, so this type of graph is called continuous graph. And if we have to remove the pen several times, then we say that this graph is called a discontinuous graph, or it's not continuous. And the point when the function is not continuous is called the point of discontinuity. This is the actually general conception what is the continuous graph and what is the discontinuous graph, or when a graph is said to be not continuous. Now we will establish the mathematical formula that when a graph is said to be continuous graph. So let us consider a continuous graph y equal to f of x, which is continuous on every point of its domain. and this is the graphical representation of the graph y equal to f of x. So since the graph is continuous, okay, so let a point A in which x equal to a, let this is a point on x axis which is denoted by x equal to a, and corresponding the point on the graph is B. So AB is equal to f of a. AB equal to f of a means ordinate is f of a. Let us consider few points, suppose L1, L2, L3, L4 on the right hand side of A, and corresponding point on the graph are suppose B1 or suppose L, M1, M2, M3 and so on, so on, so on, so on. And the corresponding ordinates are M1, L1, M2, L2, M3, L3 and so on, so on, so on. So if I consider a point L and corresponding point on the graph M. Okay, so if this point approaches to the point A from the right hand side, then successively it will took the value of L1, L2, L3 and it will be come closer to the point A. Means when the point L tends to the point A, in that case the point A will be crossing to the point M3, M2, M1 and will approach to the point B, and in that case the point M will approach to the point B, and similarly the ordinate suppose ML will tends to the ordinate AB. In that case we can say that when x tends to A plus f of x means y equal to f of x will tend to the ordinate AB. That means y equal to f of x will tend to ordinate f of x means f of a. And this is in limiting sense we denoted by limit x tends to a plus f of x is equal to f of a, means the right hand limit. Similarly, if we consider suppose P1, P2, P3 dot 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 few point on the left hand side of A, and corresponding the points are N1, N2, N3 and so on, so on, so on, so on. So if I take another point, suppose P and corresponding point on the graph is N. So when P tends to the point A, means when P is tends to the point A, similarly the point N on the graph will tends to the point B from the left hand side. Then the point N will tends to the point B, and the ordinate Pn will tend to the point AB, means f of A. That means in limiting sense, when x tends to A minus, then y equal to f of x will tend to AB. That means y equal to f of x will tends to f of A. This is called in limiting sense as a left hand limit. So limit x tends to A minus f of x is equal to f of A. Let this is our equation number 2 and this is our equation number 1. So if I compare equation number 1 and equation number 2, then look, we can say that limit x tends to A plus f of x is equal to limit x tends to A minus f of x, which is equal to f of a. So this is the definition when we called a graph to be continuous. Okay, means if a graph is a continuous, then limit x tends to A plus f of x will be equal to limit x tends to A minus f of x is equal to f of a. Now in limit means class 11 we learned that from these two we can say that limit x tends to a, f of x will be equal to f of a. So a curve is said to be continuous at a point x equal to a if limit x tends to a plus limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to f of a, or you can say that limit x tends to a plus f of x is equal to limit x tends to a minus f of x is equal to f of a. Now look one thing here, if you put x equal to a plus h, then when x tends to a, then h will tends to 0. Now if I put here, then it will give limit h tends to 0, f of x is f of x plus h is equal to f of a plus h is equal to f of a. So if this condition satisfied, then we also said that the function is continuous. So basically these three definitions are looking different, but actually they are same. Okay, so if any one of these three conditions satisfied by the graph at any point, then the curve is said to be continuous. Okay, now we are coming to the definitions of the continuous function. So let y equal to f of x is a single valued function. The curve is said to be continuous at x equal to a if limit x tends to 0 x tends to a, f of x is equal to f of a, then the curve is said to be continuous. Otherwise the curve is said to be discontinuous, and the point where the curve is discontinuous is said to be point of discontinuity. Clear? Now we will discuss when a curve is said to be discontinuous. Now look, to being a continuous of a curve, three conditions must be satisfied. Number one, f of a is defined at the point a. Number two, limit x tends to a, f of x must be exist. And number three, limit x tends to a, f of x must be equal to f of a. If these three conditions satisfied, then the curve is said to be continuous, and if any one of these are not satisfied, then the curve is said to be a discontinuous curve. Okay. Okay, now we'll solve few problem and we'll show how to solve the problem from this exercise. Okay, so let us start exercise number 5.1. From question number 1 we are starting. Okay, here I am writing the formula that limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to f of a. If this condition is satisfied, then we know that the curve is said to be continuous. Look, the first question is, prove that the function f of x equal to 5x minus 3 is continuous at number 1 x equal to 0, number 2 at x equal to minus 3, and number 3 at x equal to 3. So we start we'll show that whether the curve is continuous at x equal to 0 or not. Okay, so f of x is given f of x equal to 5x minus 3. So what is the functional value of a at x equal to 0? Put x equal to 0, means we want to find the functional value of the function at x equal to 0. So that will be 5 into 0 minus 3, which is equal to 0 minus 3, that is equal to minus 3. So f of 0 equal to minus 3. Now what is the limiting value of the function at x equal to 3. That means limit x tends to 0. What is the value of f of x? That is 5x minus 3. That implies that is equal to limit x tends to 0. Okay, I am doing directly. I think we have done in class 11 a lot of problem from this limiting chapter. So we can write that 5 into 0 minus 3, which is equal to minus 3. So value of the function at x equal to 0 is minus 3, and limiting value of the function at x equal to 3, x equal to 0 is also minus 3. Then from these two conditions we can say that limit x tends to 0, f of x is equal to f of 0. Means look, that condition satisfied. So we can say that the curve or the function is continuous at x equal to 0. Okay, so this is the procedure or technique to prove whether the function is continuous at a point or not. Okay, so let's move to another question, question number 2. Now here we will check whether the function is continuous at x equal to minus 3 or not. So given the function f of x is 5x minus 3. So first calculate the functional value of x at x equal to minus 3. That means f of minus 3 is equal to 5 into minus 3 minus 3. So this is minus 15 minus 3. So that is minus 18. And also calculate the limiting value of the function at x equal to minus 3. That is equal to limit x tends to minus 3 and value of f of x is 5x minus 3, which is equal to 5 into minus 3 minus 3. That is 5 into minus 3 is minus 15 minus 3. That is equal to minus 18. Okay, so from here we can write that limit x tends to minus 3 f of x is equal to f of minus 3. So obviously we can say that the function is continuous at x equal to minus 3. Similarly, you can check whether the function is continuous at x equal to 3 or not. Clear? Okay. So let's move to another questions. Question number 2. The second one. Okay. Second question is, examine the continuity of the function f of x is equal to 2x square minus 1 at x equal to 3. Okay, so given that the function as 2x square minus 1, so calculate the value of f of x at x equal to 3. So f of 3 will be 2 into 3 square minus 1. That means 2 into 9 minus 1. That is 18 minus 1, which is 17. And now calculate limiting value of f of x at x equal to 3. That is limit x tends to 3, 2x square minus 1. That is 2 into 3 square minus 1. So the result will be again 27. So we can write that limit x tends to 3, f of x is equal to f of 3. So we can say that the function is continuous at x equal to 3. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. Question number 3. Question number 3. Okay, so in question number 3 there are 4 parts. Okay, so I am doing the last 2, question number C and question number D. So question number C, they are given that f of x is equal to x square minus 25 by x plus 5, where it is given that x is not equal to minus 5. So the domain of the function is all real number except x equal to minus 5. Okay, domain of the function is all real number except x equal to minus 5. So let us consider a number a which is not equal to 5 on the domain. Now calculate the functional value of f at x equal to a. So it will be a square minus 25 by a plus 5. So as a is not equal to minus 5, so value of the denominator is not equal to 0, means a plus 5 is not equal to 0. Now if I apply the formula that can be written in the form a plus 5 into a minus 5 by a plus 5. So this a plus 5 and this a plus 5 will cancel each other, so it is a minus 5. Okay, as where we cancel a plus 5 as a plus 5 is not equal to 0. Now calculate the limiting value of f of x at x equal to a. That means limit x tends to 0, x square minus 25 by x plus 5. X tends to 5. X tends to, that means limit x tends to a, this can be written in the form x plus 5 into x minus 5 by x plus 5. So this x plus 5 and this x plus 5 will cancel each other. Now put x equal to, in place of x put a, so it will be a minus 5. So from these two expression we can say that limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to f of a. That means the function is continuous at x equal to a. Okay. Now question number D, and the last questions today's last question. We have to prove this function f of x equal to mod of x minus 5 is continuous or not. Okay. Now look, we know what is the value of mod of x. Mod of x means x if x is greater than 0, is equal to 0 if x is equal to 0, and is minus x if x is less than 0. So f of x minus 5 will be x plus 5 if x is greater than 5, it will be 0 if x is equal to 5, and it is 5 minus x if x is less than 5. Okay, so if I draw the line, so this is 5. So for x less than 5, the value of the function will be x minus 5. At x equal to 5, the value of the function will be 0, and for x greater than 5, the value of the function will be 5 minus x. Okay, so obviously we have three conditions here. Let a is any real number on the number line. So three cases may be arise here. A may be greater than 5, a may be equal to 5, or a may be less than 5. So let us consider the first case, case 1, when a is greater than 5. Then what is the value of f of a? So if f of a greater than 5, then the function will be x minus 5. Then calculate the value of the function at x equal to a, which will be equal to a minus 5, and calculate limit x tends to 0, x tends to a f of x, which is limit x tends to a x minus 5, which is equal to a minus 5. So we can say that limit x tends to a f of x is equal to f of a. That means the function is continuous at x equal to a, where a is greater than 5. Now case 2, if a is less than 5, then it will choose this function, then f of x equal to 5 minus a. Calculate f of a, that is 5 minus a. Now calculate limit x tends to a f of x, which will be equal to limit x tends to a 5 minus x, which is equal to 5 minus a. Now from this and this we can say that limit x tends to a f of a x equal to f of a. That means the function is continuous for a, where a is less than 5. Now the third case, we have to check whether the function is continuous at x equal to 0 or not, at x equal to 0 or not. In that case we will consider the left hand limit and the right hand limit. So first we will consider that limit x tends to a plus, means 0 plus f of x, not 0, actually 5 plus f of x. So it will be limit x tends to 5. Now for 5 plus it will consider this value, it will take this value. So it will be a 5 minus x, which is equal to 0. And for limit x tends to 5 minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 5, and for 5 minus it will take this function. So function is again 0, and the functional value at 0 point is also 0. So we can say that limit x tends to 5 plus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 5 minus f of x is equal to f of 5. So the function is continuous at x equal to 5 also. So the function is continuous for every values of x. Got it? Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, so from next class we'll continue from question number 4 and onwards. Okay, thank you.